Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. Today is 6.5 months and it's been about 2 weeks that I've not uploaded any videos. Main reason is because I've been unwell myself, as well as I've been focusing on my main channel in terms of building a bit more content in there. So I will leave a link in the description if you want to see my main channel, AP Tech videos in relation to technologies. As you can tell from the title, today I'm going to show you a step-by-step the things that I've started to take from day one, and I'll also give you tips for those who are around this mark of 6 months or anything above 6 months, what you can do to enhance the development of your hair. These tips will also go for the new guys who have started doing their hair transplant or who are considering in having hair transplant. So I've had my hair transplant at Asli Tarcan in Istanbul. I've left UK around the 26th of March. Got on the train and flew from Heathrow Airport to Istanbul itself direct. So from there onwards, I was collected by my driver who took me to the hotel, Ramada Hotel. As you can see from here, the hotel is really great and is well lit. So that was around the weekend. So I had to wait for Monday to have my surgery done. So on 28th, I went to see my consultant, and my consultant basically talked me through what the process is going to be. And before going ahead with my decision, he had a look at my hair at the back, the donor area, to see how many grafts that I have on each root. So from this clip, you can see that some I have 2, some I've got 3, and I've got 1 odds here and there. So it's very important to consider before having any hair transplant, is your donor area fit for purpose? Meaning, in short, do you have a lot of hair in your donor area? Some people may not have that. They may have a really thin hair, so that's not going to help that much. So if you do have a really strong donor hair and you are considering to go ahead with a hair transplant, then you should go ahead. So straight away I went ahead and paid and had my blood test done. And then after the blood test, they've taken me to the dedicated operating room. They've introduced the technician to myself, requested specifically before cutting my hair for the consultant to draw alignments to show where I want it to be instead of after haircut, because sometimes when once you cut your hair, you cannot see where the shapes and things are. So I asked them specifically to leave my hair on before drawing things on. So they started drawing on my head. So just before, we both agreed where I want to be. They've cut my hair, and then once they've cut my hair, then they've redesigned again to make sure that I'm really content with the drawing. So we've had a little bit debate back and forth because I wanted to lower my hairline. So I've dropped my hairline slightly just to, as you can see, this is how I looked like before. This is how I look now. This is about 10 years ago. You can see my hair was pretty great at university stage, but now you can see my hair's gone a little bit lower. The hairline has been dropped and my hair's starting to grow. I've not cut my hair for about a month now, and that is the main reason is because I wanted to see how much I can grow my hair. So because I'm growing my hair a little bit longer, I'm starting to notice that a little bit every time that I comb, I'm just starting to see some shedding, and that could be 2 things. It could be the grafted hair that I've grown myself, or it could be my old hair that's shedding. So sometimes I do pick it up and just to take a little bit closer look to see what the hair that has dropped. Is it a really thick one or is it a thin one? So if it's a thin one, it's a bit of an indication it's my own hair. So at the back that's shedding, so somewhere in the middle, because I've not had any hair transplant. I didn't have any issues with my crown or anything. So my hair is pretty good at the back. So it's just the front area. From this image, you can see the front area are the area that I've lost a lot of hair. And that's why. So in order now to overcome all of those, I started to do something a little bit different to what I used to do. And I'm starting to mix certain things. So I'm going to share with you from day one what I used to do up to now what I'm doing. So before my hair transplant, I used to use this Neo hair lotion to make sure that my hair can grow. A lot of people have had a lot of positive side of it, but myself, I've not seen any positive. I've actually felt like it's kind of waste of money because of using Dermarol at the same time just to help me improve my growth of hair development, especially the area, the temples. That's where I've started to lose a lot of hair. So I had that McDonald's shape. So this was kind of pointless for me. I felt a little bit headache as well by using these ones. So I stopped using straight away. I've started using different type of lotions. So I've also used Hair Gain. So it's a lotion that you just spray on your hand as a foam, and then you just use it and then massage in your head. So that one is from Boots. I don't have it physically here because I've used them up. I found that one quite useful. The main reason that I went to this specific clinic is because one of my close friends who went to this specific clinic, Asli Tarcan, is the main reason. So 2 years later, after his hair transplant journey, I went to meet him face to face. And when I saw his development and his hair growth, that has encouraged me. And I saw that there is a lot of potential for me to develop. I didn't go ahead because he had a good result. I've also checked. I've seen a lot of positive as well as negative on the online platform. So whatever I say about this clinic, it's my honest opinion. This video is not sponsored by Asli Tarcan by all means. So maybe saying positive or something against the clinic. Everything is my own opinion and my experience. Your experience may be different to mine, but this is my own experience. So after deciding to go ahead with the clinic, I've logged on onto their website, and then somebody contacted me through WhatsApp. And then on the WhatsApp, so we started chatting, and they gave me a quote based on my pictures. These are the pictures I've submitted to them. And as you can see from there, I've submitted these pictures to them, and then straight away they said that I will need around 5,500 grafts, and that is the maximum they would go ahead for. And they do recommend to go for the maximum grafts. And then what I was paying is $2,500. For me, $2,500 is no brainer compared to what I've been quoted in UK. So I know abroad is slightly different. The main worries that I had before going to Turkey is because I'm going to a foreign country that I'm not familiar with. And the second thing is that aftercare. What do I do after I come back to UK if I have issues? Who do I go to? What do I do? Those are the things that I had concerns. You may be having those concerns if you haven't had a hair transplant yet and you're considering to go to abroad. So those are the things. So I quickly done a bit of research what to do and what to not do. I flew from London Heathrow to Turkey, Istanbul, and then so from there onwards it's just history. So when I came back to UK, this was my biggest worry. What do I do if I have any issues and things like that? So the first thing I was doing is that whenever I felt a bit of itch, so I was using this spray. So this spray is pretty good. So if I had any issues, I went ahead and sprayed my hair, bang, bang, bang. So this spray was to help me to reduce the numbness and the issue that I was facing in terms of itching. So this, again, you have to purchase as an extra, so it's not part of the package, and that's what you would be paying. Another thing that for you to consider is to buy shampoo. I've only purchased the shampoo for about a month, and this shampoo here I've been using myself. So this shampoo helped me a lot. So this is quite helpful in terms of reducing dandruff as well as your development in terms of your hair. Another thing that I started doing is that experimenting on different shampoos. I've used Baby Johnson's shampoo. That was my main shampoo that I was using quite regular in conjunction with this shampoo. But over the recent, I started using this coconut shampoo. This coconut shampoo is quite helpful in terms of my growth and also to moisture the head itself, because sometimes you do get dry scalp, and when you get dandruff and that kind of stuff, the shampoo helps out in terms of reducing all of that. On the other side, things that for you to consider is what you drink, what you eat, as well as what you put on in terms of as a lotion on your face, your skin, things that can help to develop a lot better your skin, your nails, your hair, and everything else. That I've started using is these two vitamins. So this is vitamin B complex. I've showed you so many times these vitamins. I use a lot of this as well, ProTerra. I'm using these tablets 2 a day, and that's quite helpful. I've purchased a pack of these ones, so this was quite helpful. So what I started to do is for my skin, or for my facial skin, I started applying this olive balm oil onto my face twice a week. Before I apply that oil, so the first thing I need to do is make sure that I clean my face very thorough. I use this clay mask to make sure that first I apply this clay mask for 10 to 15 minutes, rinse it with warm water. Then once I've rinsed it with warm water, and I'll leave about another 30 minutes just to settle in with the natural ambient temperature. Before I go to sleep, I apply this olive balm oil to make sure that my skin is actually receiving enough moisture. And this olive balm oil is very nice. It's made of good things, as you can see from here, ginger as well as honey. That's something that you need to consider how you can improve your skin as well as your hair. So before I end this video, I'm going to quickly share with you a 360 view of my hair transplant update. As you can see from the front end, it's looking pretty full on, and from the side you can see that the grade is starting to show a little bit the same, and that's because I've started growing my hair a little bit more. And on the other side, you can see this is where they've digged in a little bit more deeper than anywhere else. The grade is slightly different. But again, this is something to be expected because obviously that's where they've grafted the hair itself. At the back, you can see there may be slightly different grade, but because I'm growing my hair a little bit more, and that's why you can see there may be some less compared to when I cut my hair at the beginning. At the top, you can see the blank areas. I used to complain mainly in the temple area, started to grow a lot more. At the front, you can see the hair is looking pretty strong from the root. The only complaint that I have is that I still have my dandruff. Unfortunately, the dandruff is something that is still bothering me from day one before my hair transplant. After my hair transplant, 6 months and a half later, I still have dandruff, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So I am trying to manage my hair and growth as well as these dandruff at the same time by using different type of shampoos just to see which one's going to work better for me. So the easiest way and the most safest route for you to go ahead is to try out the Baby Johnson shampoo. It's as simple as literally that shampoo has no chemical or anything. And then after that, if you don't see any difference, you want to enhance a little bit, and you can go ahead with this coconut that I am experimenting right now. So I'm going to end this video by leaving you a link of my first video about the hair transplant itself. That video is in a different language. However, I've left you a subtitle for you to follow along. That video goes in very detailed, around 20 minutes, very long video, what to expect in the day of the surgery. Till next time, stay legend.